Hi, it's Peggy. I'm here at a suite at the Hilton Los Angeles Airport Hotel, here for a conference, and I wanted to get a very important message out to you as an author. If you're thinking about writing your book or you've already written your book, I'm quite certain that the reason why you wrote it is because you want to get it into the hands of readers, right? Well, I was very much the same way when I began 16 years ago when I wrote my very first book. Now I have 11 books. I've been on the New York Times bestseller list. My books are in 37 languages and sold in over 82 countries. And I've actually created millions of dollars in profitable revenue working from the comfort of my home, being my own boss, doing my passionate work, helping others be successful in the world. Now, I'm not sharing that with you to brag. That's not the purpose of it. But I want you to know what's really required for every single author if you have a desire to be successful in this business. Fundamentally, there are three things that you really need to know. So I want to share those with you right now. Number one is your attitude. It's what are you thinking? What are you focusing on? Have you set some objectives? Have you set some goals? Are you dealing with any of the paradigms that stop people, authors included, from being successful? One of the big ones I've found for authors is that a lot of authors believe that their work isn't good enough, or that who would want to read my book? And these are just a couple of the belief systems that I've heard authors have. And you know something? They were belief systems that I had too. When I first started writing my first book and just getting it written and getting it done and self-published and out there in the world, I remember thinking, who was going to want to read my book? And you know what I discovered? You got to believe in your message. You got to believe in your message more than anyone else. And everyone, I mean everyone has something to share. You all have a story to share. And what makes your book unique is you. Quite simply, it's you. And you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your story. I've had so many conversations with authors. I've been working with authors now, thousands of authors for a couple decades. And you know what I hear from authors is that once they do get their books done and they get them out there in the world, they will share with me how others have been positively impacted. Either they've been inspired or entertained or moved or something. Now, personally, what it will do for you to actually get your book done and get it out there in the world and have it be successful is phenomenal. It's going to help you feel better about yourself. It's so beneficial in so many ways. So you've got to have the right attitude about it. You got to deal with your paradigms when you notice that they're coming up. Now, what I do is I create a belief system that helps me and supports me in what I want and keeps me off the focus of what I don't want. So you got to be laser focused. You got to be thinking about what you want. And if you find yourself, that little inner chatter comes up and it starts to say, who do you think you are? Or you can't do this, or you're not smart enough, or you're not educated enough. You got to shut that voice down and you got to turn on the voice. And this is done through affirmations of what you need to believe in order to have success. Okay, you got to be listening to and only thinking about and only focusing on what's most important for you to be successful. What's most important? You got to believe in your message and you've got to believe in yourself. Okay, so I strongly suggest that. The whole psychology of success is just as important as what you're doing. Now, the second thing, which I really, really believe is one of the most valuable things that I've ever learned since I became an author, is the following. You've got to do the marketing for yourself. You cannot rely on anyone else to do the marketing for you. And I'm not talking about just any marketing. I have had so many people come to me and tell me about the thousands and thousands of dollars or the hours or days or months or years that they've wasted trying to do certain things to get results, i.e. book sales, right? To try and be successful. And there are a lot of things that are an absolute, total, utter waste of time. You got to know what they are and you've got to stop doing them, right? You've got to do things that are effective. Now, we're all connected today online, the internet, right? That's how we're connected right now. There's 2 billion people online right now, over 2 billion, 2.5 billion people online. There's about 7 billion mobile devices that are connected to the internet. And it doesn't matter where you are. I'm here in Los Angeles at the moment. I live in Ottawa, Ontario in Canada. And whether you're in Dublin, Ireland, or whether you're down in Australia or you're in Thailand, it doesn't matter. You can connect with people wherever you are and wherever they are. And I have found and proven a system for effectively marketing online using the power of the internet. so that you can do it from the comfort of your home. You see, when I first became an author, I was a single mom. I'm happily married now, but at the time I was a single mom. Now, my number one role in life is as a mother. That's my number one role. I'm so grateful to be a mom. Now I'm a grandmom as well. And so as a single mom, it was so important to me to provide for my son. I wanted to provide a nice home, a nice lifestyle. So I had to find out, discover, and take action on what's required to be successful as an author. So I learned very early in the game that I personally, as an author, just like you as an author, you have to learn how to do the marketing. And it's not something you do once and it's done and bam, your book's just flying off the shelves all over the world. That's not the way it works. You have to consistently be doing the marketing, and not just any marketing, smart marketing. You've got to find the things. This is really important. You got to find the things that are effective. It's like role models, right? That's what I did when I first started. I found mentors. I still have mentors. Bob Proctor is my mentor for the psychology of. He's become a good friend as well, and I share the stage with him at his events. But what I discovered is that when you find someone who has blazed the trail before you, who has already gotten the results that you're looking for, and you learn from them, you're essentially investing in yourself. You're investing in your success. Then you can shave off years and thousands of dollars. So you know what? Let me give you an example of that. Some people think that getting their books in bookstores is the way to go. Some people think that if they just get booked on some radio shows, that's the way to go. Listen, I'm going to tell you that's partially the way to go, but a tiny, tiny, tiny part of it. There's another way of marketing, which is using the internet effectively. I'm not talking about social media either. Effectively, social media is a part of it that can really make a difference in your life. You need to learn that. All right? And then number 3 is you've got to apply. Many years ago, I heard the following saying: no amount of reading, no amount of going to seminars, no amount of listening to audios is going to bring you anything. That's the truth. It doesn't matter what you study or what you're learning. It's what are you doing with it. It's only when you seek a level of understanding and then you apply it that you get the results. You've got to take action. You've got to move your butt. You've got to take action. You've got to follow through. And I'm not talking about just taking any action that's a total and utter waste of time. I'm talking about taking the right action, certain action that's going to get you to where you want to go. The only reason why I am sitting here today experiencing the success that I am experiencing today and experiencing and feeling the gratitude of the success that I have already enjoyed is because I take action. All right? This isn't complicated. You need to understand that. But I can help you. So if you're interested, I've got a brand new program that's going to be a number of 12 live classes that's starting very soon. And if you would love me to help you, then get on the program. It's called the Bestseller Moneymakers. And we're starting real soon. I take a small group of authors and I work with them, the committed ones. If that's you, great. If you're looking to be successful as an author, awesome. We're going to walk through 12 weeks. Now, I load you up with a lot of step-by-step processes. I talk about the certain things that you need to do, the action steps that you need to take. I'll give you a sample after sample. I'll give you resources. And every time I teach a webinar and I give you my information, I'll even give you my slides. All right, I'm going to show you video tutorials as well, how to do things. Listen, I'm not a technical person whatsoever. But I do know certain things, and I do know how to be successful as an author. And if that's something you would love, well, I'd love to help you. All right, so check it out, Bestseller Moneymakers, and please follow through on the things that I've shared with you in this video. They are vitally important. And I know if you're listening to this right now, very likely you do want to be successful. And you know something? I really want to help you too. All right, so I hope I get the opportunity to support you. And I wish you success in everything that you do.